Remember when you had to be credible just to rap? Some of you niggas, I'ma need evidence of your facts. I see you cover up cause it's evident that you whack. You tried to move a couple of packs to boost your stats. You was never able to tell the truth from a fable. You were undercover sucker wearing the thug label. I try to school niggas, I do it whenever able. Bruh, get a pen and a pad, you should be grateful. First, how you call yourself a shooter but you can't shoot. Hitting 9-year-olds when they sitting on they damn stoop. Strays gunning females down, the block mourner. Candles and teddy bears decorating the corner, spilling out a Corona for sending it to her owner. That don't make you real, it just make you a blood donor. How you niggas feel? Still wanna be thug, homie? You ain't gotta kill your people to be gangster. Know some real niggas that's G's, they outrank you. Generals and captains all ready for action. My officers is offering you, cutting you into fractions. Wanna be a blood or a crip, I'ma be a champion, straight winner. Not a drop of the fake in us. They say the last real niggas dead or in jail. That's bullshit. They in UPK and we living well.
Been down there in the sticks with them hardcore Hebrews from North Carolina.
I.S.U.P.K. Straight out of West.
It's all good. Yeah, rolling with them North Carolina boys. Boy, them Hebrews rough out there. Big shout out to my man, Captain I.S.U.P.K. Big shout out to him and all the brothers at Howard. Congratulations on that rank raise. Did what he had to do. Big shout out to all the brothers out there getting it on, man. I just got back, got me a little fresh air up in there. Hebrew feeling good, ready to get it on for this summer. UPK doing it like they supposed. Let me hit you with something, man. First of all, unless you living in a bubble somewhere, the earth is falling apart, and Whitey is done lost their mind on Negroes. Okay, tonight, if you ain't never call up somebody tonight and tell them you better go listen to Gen.Yahanna. Matter of fact, call up the most ignorant Negro you ever know. When I say Negro, I'm talking about all 12 tribes. Tell them to turn on Commanding Gen.Yahanna tonight. Because tonight I'm going to talk about how in the dark and how close to death you are right now. You think black on black crime, because you Christians been talking about it, been the worst of what's been happening to black people. Right. Black on black crime is not even going to be mentioned after a while for all the killing that white people are about to do. You about to see hell come and present itself. I said it already. I'm going to say it again. You living in the reincarnation of ancient Egypt. Right. And in that reincarnation, you about to experience the same thing as ancient Egypt. Right. And we focus on this tonight because this is biblical prophecy. The Lord raised up the I.S.U.P.K. The Lord gave you the I.S.U.P.K. Right. 69, the OGs put it down to deliver you in this time, and we getting it on. I'm Commander Gen.Yahanna. I'm glad to be with you tonight. I'm going to be talking speed talking tonight because I got so much to talk. I have 3 weeks to catch up on mine. Y'all going to have to slow me down tonight. First of all, big shout out to my cat up here in Philly. Big shout out to Captain Toward. Okay? The GMS Slayer, Captain Toward. Big shout out to him and all the officers that went out there, man, and endured that sun and all that heat, putting down their t-shirts and spreading the good gospel of the Most High at the African festival, the Adunda, whatever that is. We killing Africa on there. They converting like they can't believe it. Okay? Well, big shout out to him and all the officers that got it in out there, man. They raised a lot of cash for the school, sold t-shirts, got the word out, spread the good news. That brother got it on. I heard the report, too. I heard the report that they was coming up against the brothers talking about y'all can't speak out there. No shouting. We done had complaints about y'all. Them niggas got speakers 10 feet high out there, blazing everybody up. But meanwhile, we the only ones getting the complaint. Well, listen, Toward and all them brothers that rolled out there this year, don't worry. I got a solution for your problem. Next year, I'm going to get 3 booths. 1 for y'all and 2 booths on both sides, so a nigga ain't got nothing to complain about. Now we'll do 3 booths out here. I don't know what I was waiting on. I should have been tripling the cash since they wanted to start something.
Also, sir, we had to sign a waiver this year.
Come on, man.
If we beat somebody up, we would leave.
Hey, no. And let me tell you something. Let me explain something. that you don't understand. Let me tell you something about the witchcraft of Christianity that permeated Black America for a long time. What they don't understand is, that's why you just hit a beautiful point, if I could mono on that for a second. Black America is afraid of the I.S.U.P.K. and the Hebrew Israelite. Hell, you Negroes that's claiming to be Hebrew Israelite, scared of the I.S.U.P.K. and the Hebrew Israelites. And here's how dumb you are. Here's how dumb Christians are. Here's how brainwashed they are. We the best thing for the Black community. We the ones fighting for the Black community. We the ones resisting the politicians for the Black community. You understand? We the ones protesting and raging towards against the evil things being done to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians when nobody else will. If they had any sense, they would be saying to themselves, man, it's the bomb. We got all these brothers together, organized in one body. Right. So these brothers are strong and can come together if they need to at a moment's notice to help us. Right. But the reason they can't see that is because they don't know they need help. Right. Black people in America right now do not know that their life is in massive danger. I'm telling you now, I'm telling you as a prophet of the Lord and just as a brother in the UPK, I'm telling you now, your life is in danger. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, your life is in grave danger. And if you walk with me through the rest of this show, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. I said it before. Black people got to learn to love Black people again. You got to learn to embrace, but they're right. You got to learn to re-embrace Black America. You better start loving these old brain-wearing, beard-carrying thug brothers. I done embraced them. I love them. I'm crazy about them. They're the most honest, righteous, hardcore, straight shooters you ever met in your life. You went up in that church, got that old sissy boy with a suit, thought you had something. Came home one day, found him and the neighbor, another man, in your bed, up under your pillows, doing something ridiculous because you done put a sodomite in your house. That's why the church is a mess. That's why the Black community is a mess. But the brothers that come from the hood are the ones getting the blame. Why are they getting the blame? They're getting the blame because the white man and them homosexuals in your church want to target strong Black men to destroy their spirit so that you never come together to protect yourself. And brother, you better get ready to do it now. You think Black on Black crime was bad? Let me tell you something. White on Black crime is about to explode in America. It's already begun. I'm going to slow it down right there because we got a lot of stories to talk about. So big shout out to him. Who else did I miss so far? Anybody else? Big shout out to the big boy captain out in the Midwest, Mawa Quad. Big shout out to him. Came down UBK, did 3 years down here with us, directly under the tutelage of these top generals down here. Went back to Chicago and exploded out there. There's a gazillion camps out there. They got every Indianapolis, Atlas, Italy. I don't even know the names of them cities. Only time somebody said, man, we got a camp in Milwaukee. I said, Milwaukee, brother, that's where Laverne and Shirley come from. You remember that? That was you got me a little old. I know my name. You got a little age, you know. I forget how to get it. Like, I said, what the hell is a Negro doing in Milwaukee? They on the street blazing up Milwaukee. Big shout out. I'm going to be out there next week after the goddamn food. Okay? Next week, I'm getting off the plane with the bottle of tequila for my man, Captain Malaquan. If you in the zone, come see a Black man. Because them brothers out there is getting them on in all them cities out there. And they all coming up good and strong. You understand? I will be arguing with the generals trying to get some ranks raised. I'm going to argue this weekend. I had some rest too and some sunshine. I'm going to argue with them. Somebody getting the rank raised. I don't know who, but somebody will get past these generals, okay? So come check us out, man. It's been beautiful. Now, let's get it on with these stories. Did I forget anything before I go on? Can we get it on, General? Because, I mean, these stories out here. Let me one last thing. If you ain't, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you, first of all, I showed you this last week. This spirit that you see on the brothers in the UPK, this the Holy Spirit, man. This spirit you see on me to push and press and all this that you look at as wild and crazy and dangerous and violent. I don't have a violent bone in my body unless you doing violence against me. My zeal is to see black men stand up strong, repair their family, raise the children, bring the nation together, because the white man does not love you. So embrace this spirit, man. Get down with us and wake up. And man, before it's too late, you're going to see it tonight. The Gen.Yahanna and then put some stories together out. There's blockbusters. Hit me, man. I'm ready to roll.
We also have a video.
Video. Let's get a video for this story right here. Please, whenever you're ready.
I can set it up. Cause of death of man who died after Denny's confrontation released.
Now, this is a confrontation in a Denny's. And brother, listen. I runs into Denny's every now and then as a meal. I think to myself, a devil just out of his hatred for us would choke you to death in a Denny's. Your life is in danger, black man. And them sissies in the church, and them evil, ridiculous, evil, demonic black women that's full of a legion of demons in them churches. They think life will be better if we got rid of all you masculine black men. That's how they think. You better get ready to resist them forces. Peter and them resisted them forces and stopped them Uncle Tom niggas, man. Them Sadducees and Pharisees. And you better do it too, because this here is happening to you right now. And it's about to explode. If they don't get that Donald Trump out of office, man, it's going to explode. And if they get him out of office, it's going to triple. There's no going back. You think you're going back to the old days where white Americans, black Americans all work together? Them days are over. That white America have emerged with their old racist spirit, which they always had. It was oppressed. We was the only ones telling you that they hate you. Christians laughed and scorned it. I'm coming to it, General. But you laughed and scorned that. We told you that was the spirit in them. Now it's coming out. There's no going back. Read on, General, please. Or play the video, whichever you're going to do.
Okay,
go ahead.
The off-duty deputy and her husband arrived at the restaurant with their 3 children and saw Hernandez urinating in the restaurant parking lot.
He's in the parking lot taking a leak, which he's not supposed to be doing. You understand? But does he got to die over it? The only reason he's dead is because of the bloodlusting hatred the white man have for you. And here's what's amazing about it. Terrorists bombing and killing soldiers, blowing up buildings. They just blew up half of England, blew up the concerts, blew up the street, running cars over people, and you still the #1 hated one. And you refuse to break that demonic spirit off of you. And turn to the Lord, and turn to his people, and turn to that Bible, and be the people of God, and do what you're supposed to do to help your nation before it's too late. Boy, it's too damn late. Go ahead, Julie.
Deputy said the deputy's husband confronted Hernandez about his behavior, and a fight broke out.
Not the deputy. The deputy didn't even confront the brother, but the deputy's husband did. With his full heart of hatred. You walking around thinking they love you. With his full heart of hatred. You are the dinner table conversation, dummy. You are the conversation of hatred every day. You wonder why when you see them little white kids and they all motivated, they in shape and eating smoothies and going to college and getting their degree and out jogging 6 in the morning, you just think, wow, they so motivated and so on point. You don't understand why they motivated. They motivated because they hate you. They motivated because they don't want to beat you. They motivated because they don't want to have to live among you. They motivated because in their mind, they know and believe that they are the leaders of the earth and not you, and that they are the rule over you. That's what's in their heart. And you should see that it's their motivation. And it is the reason they break your motivation. But the Lord is calling prophets back to wake you the hell up and give you the spirit of the Lord, man. Come on with it, boy, please. Come on, let's see this. Let's see this now. Look at that fat piece of dirt. Look at that. Murder.
You want me to hit you again? You want me to hit you again?
Look at that. On the road.
Stop! Marty! Just stop!
Where you at? Where you at?
Look, she's knocking the
Are you in Albania?
Just stop!
And if you don't stop, that lady said, but Debbie, if you continue, you will go to jail.
You stop!
He's choking into death.
I do have to put this on, but not record.
And you're watching a murder right now. You are watching murder. You are watching murder before your eyes. And brother, nothing is going to happen to them white devils.
Right.
Not a single thing is going to happen to them. Like, they are a bunch of animals, man.
Right.
A bunch of murdering, bloodthirsty animals is what they are. And if they can, they will kill you.
Right.
They are full of warfare. Where's that scripture at? Where, oh man, I think it's in Deuteronomy where the Lord said, a nation of fierce continents. Get that for me, man.
Come.
This is an evil people ruling over you. And you don't see it yet. We've been saying it since the 60s.
Right.
You don't see it yet. You don't see what's about to happen to you yet. But you're about to see it. You're about to see more of this. That was a straight up murder on videotape. Any other murder on videotape, the police be arresting the murderer and they be going to jail and getting convicted. Brothers should be together in, like they don't like you together in a wolf pack. Get in a wolf pack.
Right.
Stay in a wolf pack.
Right.
Don't break no laws. Don't go urinate in the parking lot. And if you see your brother urinate in the parking lot, tell him, look, don't do that. But you watch each other's back.
Right.
You understand? You remember when you was a child? Remember when you was a kid and your parents told you, when you go walk to school together, go with Bobby and Cindy and them. Y'all walk together. Don't be walking by yourself. You don't know who's out here. Y'all walk together down there to the school.
Right.
And make sure you wait for each other when you get out of class and come back. Well, I'm talking for your father today.
Right.
Walk together with your brothers, man.
Right.
Because these murderers is running loose. 400 years we served these bastards, and my brother gotta die because he urinated in a goddamn parking lot.
Right.
The hell is going on this planet? That's why you Christians got to go. You black, evil black bitch. Excuse my. See, I can't be. Listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. This ain't right, man.
Right.
This is not right. What's going on here? You evil black bitches in them churches, man.
Right.
You full of hatred of black men. Full of venom and revenge on black men for what done happened to you. Meanwhile, you let the enemy kill and destroy black men without a voice, man. Without a goddamn voice, man. Shame on you.
Right.
Shame on you, and let the Lord give you what you deserve if you don't repent for the evil that you're doing.
Right.
But brothers, in the meantime, we're going to come together.
Right.
Sisters that got righteousness in them and want to do right, we're going to come together and be one. Because we are in danger, man. If you can die from urinating in the parking lot of a Denny's, you are not in Wonderland.
Right.
You are not in Wonderland. You ain't supposed to go out to a restaurant and urinate in the parking lot, which you should not do, and lose your life because of it.
Right.
You telling me the white man ain't the devil. Y'all ain't that. Y'all full of hatred. But you ain't going to say nothing about this animal that sat there, choked him to death. Now, if he had 5 or 6 brothers with him, they would have at least been able to get that devil off of his neck. Now, don't get together no pack and go do no harm to nobody. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I.S.U.P.K. and the Hebrew Israelites are the most law-abiding citizens in America.
That's right.
You understand? We the most law-abiding. And anytime anybody come to you and quietly try to tell you on some secret tip, yeah, man, we going to go do so-and-so. Gen.Yahanna sanctioned it, but he just can't say it publicly. Anybody telling you to do that, they lying to you.
Right.
You done found the spook that sat by the door for the devil. You done found anybody telling you to go do anything illegal. They're lying to you. Because in the I.S.U.P.K. from 1969, we have never been lawbreakers. We have never committed crime. You think that FBI won't kick this door in tonight and drag, but they can't drag me out of here tonight if they could. You understand? When we were speaking down in D.C., I'll never forget. We down in D.C. speaking on the street. And Tower War is posted on the right-hand side of the camp. What looked like a Mexican come up with a crate, put it on the crate, stand on the crate, big old hippie hat, and start playing the guitar loud. We call the cops come up, he tell the cops, I got a right to be here. I got a right to be here. The cops say, listen, man, we can't do nothing about it. Tower War, hell is discipline on the right-hand side of the camp. Do you know what happened when we came back to camp the next week? We came back to camp the next week, and that same so-called Mexican had on a blue suit with an FBI pin on. Came walking past the camp and went up to Tower War in his ear and said, who you think, how bad you think you are now? And walked and kept on walking. In other words, he came out there like some crazy dude with a guitar, trying to provoke Tower War into something. Tower War maintained the discipline that the I.S.U.P.K. requires of a man. And because that he maintained that discipline, that devil, which was a brother, disguised up like a devil, had to turn around and respect Tower War, and that's why he made that smart-ass statement. Because he know he don't have nothing on the UPK. He know he ain't have nothing on Tower War. We ain't here to break laws. We're here to crush the spirit of this evil place, man, that have destroyed and binded us for 4 years. We don't got to fight for the Lord. The Lord can fight for himself, and he know how to fight real good. He a bad dude when he come for you. He wait a while. Oh, he wait on you. But when he come for you, it's bad and nasty. And the way you treat the Lord's chosen people after they served you 400 years, you better expect something nasty. But it ain't going to be from these old beard-wearing stud braids carrying swank Hebrews. What they call us, Power Rangers. Niggas, they think that's an insult. I love it. Right? Power, you know. You damn right we Power Rangers. We range the power. That's what we do. What the hell is they talking about? But we don't break no laws. Let's go on, man. Is that it on that? I don't know if I can watch that again, man. Like, that was amazing. That was murder. And listen, this is what you don't understand about an animal like the white man. The brother is on the ground squealing for his life. Like any man on the ground going, he's already given up, you dumbass. He's given up. That's why he's calling out. The pain has gotten beyond a battle stage to a stage where he is now being harmed. That's the stage where you're supposed to release him from killing him. The white man is the devil, man. And let me tell you something, man. And most of them times, them fights only happen simply because Jake is so afraid of the white man and so used to the white man conditioning him by slamming him up against a car and on the ground that the minute he get in a confrontation with a white man, he already fall back and allow the white man to take control because he don't want to dare have to harm no cop or something and end up dead like they would do. And let me tell you something else that's subtle, but you better something to pick up on. When General Mayak read the report just now, they said a confrontation broke out. Was a confrontation the word they used? Or a fight broke out. You know what that means? That means the white man attacked him. That's why they said that. If the brother had attacked him, they would have said the brother that was urinating attacked him. But instead, they say a fight broke out or a confrontation ensued. That's so they ain't got to admit that the devil that murdered him is the one that initiated the fight. Why they don't want to admit that? Because it makes him clearly guilty in a court of law. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. And the sooner you wake up to it, brother, the sooner you're going to come out of this mess, man. Come on with it. It's a lot. Those are my boys.
We had on the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 50. A nation of fair countenance.
One verse above.
Verse 49. the Most High shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Right, because we broke these laws, he sent that nation against us from far. But we did our time. Our time is up. Right. We did our time for that. We did it. Our forefathers did it. Our forefathers before that did their time. We built them the greatest empire in the earth. They go into the stars with the empire they built. They got wealth beyond belief. They can't even count the money. They still conquering and overthrowing and destroying people. Right. We still in the slave quarters. We did our bit. Like anybody that go to prison for breaking laws, they supposed to get released at some point. Right. We going back to the Lord to serve the Most High and give him what he asked for. Laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. Righteousness and brotherhood. Right. Care and kindness for wives and children. We going back to that. You know why? Because we did our time. And you ain't got no right to murder us in these streets. Right. Now that we done did our time. And because of it, the Lord gonna give you some time. That's right. You gonna get some time now. That's right. Go ahead.
And from the end of the earth.
From the end of the earth. They come from a cave. They from a goddamn cave. Right. Go ahead,
As swift as the eagle flies.
They swift like a damn eagle, man. They fast on the prey. Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Right. Twist you up in the language. Go ahead.
A nation of fierce continent.
A fierce continent. They full of warfare. I watched them celebrate that Stanley Cup last night. I just caught the news clip. They were going crazy in the stadium. Right. And that Stanley Cup thing is some God worship anyway. It's called the Stanley Cup, but it's really called the Lord Stanley Cup. Right or wrong? It's a worship of a Lord, is what it is. And they were going crazy in the stadium because they love warfare. Right. They love, they jousting. They love it because war is all they care about because to them, that's how they eat. Guess what? You better get ready to spiritually go to war against this beast because there will be no more black people left. You watch what they about to do in the next several years. Go ahead,
What shall not regard the person of the old.
They don't give a damn about the elderly. Death camps, assisted suicide, all that. Go ahead.
Nor show favor to the young.
That's why they murdered 350,000 of our babies in the abortion clinic. They have no mercy on the young. How many of y'all saw that movie Jackson? Did y'all go check it out? On Showtime? Raise your hand. Nobody? Man, you better go check that movie out. It's on Showtime. It's called Jackson. It's about the abortion debate in Jackson, Mississippi. Them Republicans down there is trying to shut down all the abortion clinics. There's one abortion clinic left. Guess who's running the abortion clinic? All black Christians. Right. Black Christians. That black Christian church is an evil, evil place. It's a place where you go to be filled with demons. It's where you go not to repent for your sins and become new and start to forgive, but it is where you go to be assured that all that was done to you, somebody should pay for it. And that you are free to hate with a venomous hate those that you perceive as having done something wrong to you. It is a demonic place. You gonna say something? It's a demonic place. That's right. That place right there. Right. So the Lord said He's gonna send us a nation with fierce conscience. Is that it on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm all for that, mind. Where we going, General? Go ahead.
Burning man kicked by Jersey City cops after chase ends in fiery crash.
Brother, go ahead.
Was an innocent bystander.
Let me tell you something. I told you this before, and when we get ready to get up on the lecture circuit again, we're gonna bring this more out. In ancient Egypt, it was commonplace to beat the Hebrew Israelites, and it was illegal to beat the Hebrew Israelites. Yet, all through the Egyptian records, you could read about how much the police beat the hell out of the Israelites in ancient Egypt. Right. We in America, and they doing the exact same thing. Something that's supposed to be illegal, right, but they beat and kill us randomly, and nothing happens. You got video on this? Please hit me with the video. You gonna read more first? Huh?
No lie.
Go ahead. Let's deal with this, man. This is an amazing thing, and I'm gonna tell you why it's an amazing thing. And you better understand. And let me, before you play you playing it yet? No. Before you play the video, I want to say something, man. Something small but not small. You better understand what happened when Donald Trump took office. Right. Donald Trump took office out, and just his words, his words emerged the spirit of hatred in white people against us like it had never been risen before. And now it was always there. But what you don't understand is how spiritually they turned on their hatred to us. It was a switch. They went click, and that's it. That you should have. Black America should be one nation, all Hebrew Israelites, one gospel. That's why you see that UPK, we don't join no other group. Because we should have all be one. Right. Nobody should have broke off and created their own fake Israelite group. We're supposed to be one nation. And we're going to be one nation. By goodness, we're going to be one nation. And when we be one nation, guess what? When they turn on like they do there, we'll turn on over here. And we'll resist that evil that they're doing against us. But right now, we ain't turning on. You know what's happening right now? Right now, Christians are turning on with them. Christians are doing what slaves do. The master get up and say, I don't know, I dreamt about biscuits last night. Now, master, we can cook you up some biscuits right away. Master get up the next morning and say, damn niggas, don't clean this house like you should. Master, we gonna bring in more slaves in from the field. We gonna clean the whole house up. That's what slaves do. Slaves listen to the subtle changes in the spirit of master. And whatever master wants, the slaves shift in gear to make sure master is served and satisfied. Right. And brother, that is what's happening to you. And here's the thing. You better be the slave that see master shift and get angry and yell and not be afraid. That's right. You can't be the one that's afraid and say, we got to clean this house. Master's mad. You got to be the one that say, we done served master. That's right. And master better stop being a monster. Right. For the Lord shall deal with him. Right. That's what your spirit, you better turn on. But you can't turn it on because you ain't one. The Christian church got to go. Right. It is the evilest thing. It's the evilest thing in the Bible. It's the evilest thing. And let me tell you something. They have gotten away with their evil for one reason and one reason only. And that is because they have been able to blame the most precious commodity in the black community, which is our black men. Right. Your pants hanging down. You're selling drugs. You're killing one another. White people killing more than us. You this, you that, you this. They've been able to blame the black man and break his spirit and put him under a guilt spirit. And because they've been able to do that, they're able to flourish like they're the people of God while being faggots and lesbians and nasty, greedy, grubby, low-life pieces of garbage. All while saying, see, you black men, man, you're all dogs. You don't take care of your family. You're this, you're that, you're this. When you got full-out sissies sitting up in your church supposed to be representing God, it don't even get questioned. That's right. We got to change our spirit. That's right. They done changed their spirit. They coming for black people. Hispanic and Native. And they already deporting every Hispanic and West and Benjamite they can get their hands on. They done got 11 tribes under the gun. Right. Judah's the last tribe because he's a citizen, and a few Benjamites that's and Hispanics that's in American islands like Puerto Rico, St. Thomas. They can't necessarily deport them, but they got plans for them too. Right. You better wake up, man. You better wake up out this nightmare. You better lace up your boots. You better get ready, man. It's on. You been hearing it? It's on. It's on right now. I'm ready for you, son. This here is amazing. This here is amazing. And listen, what make this thing here so amazing, like the story before it, this is what should be frightening to everyone, every Hebrew Israelite, every black person, that these are things, this is Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin opened the door for them to just get it on. Right. They let that piece of garbage go for murdering that boy. And white people felt like, yes, we can take justice in our own hands and do to these black people whatever we want because we've been hating them listening to the 6 o'clock news anyway. So now they get to get it on. Brother, you better wake up because here's another innocent brother that got nothing to do with nothing. These ain't gangbangers we reading about. Right. This ain't drug dealers. This is everyday brothers catching their wrath. Matter of fact, the drug dealers don't get attacked. They all got illegal guns on.
Yeah, right.
They shooting at a drop of a clip. They walking through the hood 5 and 6 deep. Ain't no white people bothering them. They got plenty of cash from doing illegal activity. They allowed to sell to be what they are in America because America loves them.
Right.
America loves a drug dealer that murders black people.
Right.
America loves a drug dealer that rises to the top because of the evil that he does.
Right.
But you, the regular hard-working brother, they hate you.
Right.
Let me tell you something. They hate poor black people. Listen, I dress more raggedy now on my downtown than ever before. I probably done passed some of y'all. You probably say, who's that half hobo walking? I be dressed down. Raggedy t-shirt. I was starting to go out the door one day with a tan t-shirt. Sister's like, now come on. You gotta stop that. All right? You can't go out. And I go out, brother, and because of it, I get to feel the real spirit of this place. When I'm out there like that, and I'm just going through, I feel all the hatred and disdain. I see the black woman in them churches like, just disgusted by me. And I come right out fresh, the next week, fresh, crispy, and come walk down the same block. Hey, good morning. And I look at them like, you filthy junkyard dog. Yesterday, you treated me like dirt. When that's the wrong, once again, that's the spirit of this damn place. You supposed to see me and be like, hey, brother, how you doing? Everything good? You need a meal or something? I don't be that hobo now. But you get my point that I'm trying to make. We better love the poor of our people. That's what Christ came for. Blessed are the poor, for theirs are the kingdom of heaven. There wasn't no spooky U.K. thing going on in heaven. He talking about us in these ghettos in hell, cut off from the rest of the empire. Wake the hell up. We better change yesterday.
Right.
Come on, Saku. I've been holding it up. I'm taking up all the time. Come on with it.
No, no. Help him out! Help him out!
Look at Chicken. He's on fire. He's on fire. Like that's insane. Like people, I don't know if y'all got to see it, but you can look this up on YouTube. The brother was standing by seeing the crash, but these animals jumped out the car, and before they could even determine if he was the suspect, he was on fire. Listen, white man's the devil. Okay, if I saw a white man on fire, I would not beat his ass while he's on fire. And it's a slug. And he's a white devil. It's sluggy. Give me some paper towels, yo. He's the brother's on fire. Like, how much more punishment he got to get? He ain't even the drop. But even if you thought he was the drop, he's on fire. And before they drag him from the goddamn fire, they beat the hell out of him. Right. They kick him, beat him, then drag him out the fire. Then dust them off. Oh, this ain't him? Oh, my bad. While the brother was on fire. And let me tell you something, man. That's why I said before, the Spirit of the Lord showed me to say this too. Back then, you better love black people.
Right.
You better fall in love with black people, and you better have full out disdain for anybody that don't. Right. Because that's the only way you're going to get the brainwashing off of you to be desensitized by this. That's right. The day you become desensitized by this, you are brainwashed. This is supposed to outrage you every time you see it. Right. It's supposed to have you upset every time, not to go stand on some protest line and do something like that, but to have you outraged to rebuild your nation. Outraged to fix your nation. Right. To fix the issues that's among you, because you have relied on an animal to deliver you, and that animal has shown you that he does not love you. Give me that scripture, Haas, where the Lord said, woe is unto them that go down into Egypt. You know the one behind there.
Come on.
Give me that scripture. Because you trusting in a beast that is showing you he doesn't care about you. And instead of you coming together as a nation to do what it takes to help your own, you becoming desensitized to what he's doing to you. All this talk, black people got to stop killing each other. Black people don't care. This black on black crime got to stop. They beat a man on fire.
Right. That's right.
Then find out later he ain't even the guy. Even if he was the guy they was chasing. There ain't nobody get killed. It was a car chase. Guy hit a wall, car exploded on fire. The driver got the worst of it.
Right.
They come to the side of the road, see this guy on fire, and before they don't even pull him out the fire for their own safety.
Right.
They run while he's on fire by the car. But this beating got to come before anything else. They got to beat him before they get him out the fire, before they get themselves away from the fire. All that. So I will play it one more time. Can you play it without the sound?
Come on.
The sound is a little irritating.
Come on.
But just if you could just watch. Look, he's on fire. You see him there. He's moving around trying to get the fire off him. He's on fire. Check it out right there. He's on fire. Here they come. He's trying to get the clothes off. Look, he's falling on the ground because he's on fire. And look at the animals with the flames 2 feet high, 2 stories high. The flames are burning up the tree 2 stories high, and they are unconcerned about their safety.
Right. God.
They want to beat him so bad.
That's right.
And you telling me I'm wrong because I say separate from this devil.
Right.
Because I say get away from this devil and the Bible say the same thing. I'm wrong. You out your mind to look at these people like you should join them.
That's right.
You are out of your mind. This man is not showing me something. And here's the problem. The white man is so powerful and have destroyed black people so much that it ain't hard for black people to see this and see that you're right. You know, these people can't be trusted. But you rely on them for the very morsel of bread in your mouth. Which is why you fear to turn around and say, I ain't going to be so chummy with these devils because of how dangerous they are. You fear what will happen to you by withdrawing from this master that's been ingrained in your families for 400 years, man. But you better find the Most High. That's why I told you before, you better find the black God. And when you find that black God in that Bible, you better be an animal to be down with him.
Right.
You better be like, I don't care if I got to eat mud or dirt or whatever. Right. I'm going to serve the Most High and give my fear and my allegiance to him and not to no animal that don't deserve it. You do that. Don't tell me you can't wake up black people. Don't tell me that. I don't accept that. And I don't accept it from these captains and officers either. You gonna wake this nation up because it's the only hope to fix the problems that we had is that we wake up and serve the Lord. Come on, Jimmy, tell you.
I can't say. I looked up this phrase. This is a common phrase amongst law enforcement. It's called contempt of cop. It plays off of the phrase contempt of court. All right. Contempt of, I looked it up. Contempt of cop is a law enforcement jargon in the United States for behavior by people towards law enforcement officers that the officers perceive as disrespectful or insufficiently deferential to their authority. I'm going to skip down.
Meaning you don't spread your behind cheeks out wide enough while sprawled out on the ground fast enough to make him feel satisfied that you're giving him all the respect that he deserves. Go ahead. Now, this ain't no law. This is his grouped opinion as a bunch of cops, or better yet, a bunch of murderous occupiers. Go ahead.
The phrase is associated.
And that's why I don't fly. So I don't have no respect for your preachers in the church, man. I don't respect them, man, because brothers getting killed on the streets, and they are useless, man. They are useless. They robbing your grandmama, filling up their pockets up, buying mansions, buying Rolls Royces, while black people die and nobody care. I pray God give us the power. Give us the power. Give us the power, brother, to change this black nation. And brother, we will put you Christians where you belong, on the bottom of black America, man. You need to be stripped and put on the bottom of black America. Because you're too evil, man. You have no empathy for the Lord's people, man. Go ahead, Al.
The phrase contempt.
Salakia, man. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I said one more thing. I ain't letting you read. I'm Salakia. But I also got contempt for those of you that talk about we got to join white people to serve the Lord. You are the vomit of the earth.
That's right.
You are the vomit of Black America, man. Like, why do we got to join a people who's murdering us when they should be fighting to not be so evil to us?
Right.
And where's the white group that is the, these white people, let them take their Wall Street money. They'll shut the city down. They'll shut the city down over their money. Let it be something called, women, what's some women stuff they talk about? Equal pay for equal wage. They'll shut the city down. They'll come out butt naked. You see them. They'll put on a pink bun in their hair, come out butt naked, titties, ass, everything in the street. Don't give a damn, going crazy, turn over cars, all that for them causes. Where's the white advocacy group that's going enraged over the things happening to Black people? I don't see them. I ain't never heard of them because they don't exist. So why do I got to turn around now and try to save white people? Why do I have to do that when they're the murderers, man? Wake up, man. Wake up, Black man. Wake up, God. Wake the hell up, man. Come on with me, son.
The phrase contempt of cop is associated with the unlawful, arbitrary arrest and detention of individuals, often for expressing or exercising rights guaranteed to them by the United States Constitution.
Oh my God, I stand corrected. Meaning, it ain't just that the cop don't feel respected. It means that the citizen is exercising what their right is. Officer, I don't have to tell you where I'm coming from. Or, officer, I gave you my license. I don't have to explain to you some. He busts your damn head open for you. Meanwhile, when it's all said and done, what do they say? If Black people could learn how to talk to the police when they get pulled over, everything would be all right. You got to learn to keep your hand up in front of you and say, officer, this and all. I'm not teaching nobody none of that. I'm going to teach you, when you see that animal come up to you, go on alert. Right. Because he's a murderer. Right. Don't break the law, but you watch that devil. Right. And you better know he's a devil. You understand? This is insanity, man. This is insanity that's going on. Go ahead, Al.
Contempt of cop is often discussed in connection to police misconduct, such as excessive force or even police brutality.
And this is only happening to us. Right. Only the 12 tribes, man. Scripture said that Esau took hold of Jacob's foot. Right. Scripture said the two struggled together within her. Any bastard telling you that we're supposed to get together with this animal, we've struggled with this beast from the womb. That's right. What are you talking about? We ain't breathed our first breath of air, and this bastard was trying to kill us in the goddamn womb. Right. We ain't had a breath of air, and he was trying to kill us in the womb. Right. And you telling me we to join them and be one? You don't know the Bible. That's right. You're a white man junkie. You got the Bible in your church, but the white man is your God. That's right. That's who you serve. Don't front like you all about the Bible. You old half homos love to call up our show, send email. Yeah, gentlemen, I got a question for you. Scripture. What about this scripture? What about your God you serving, fag? Right. Sissy boy. What about that? Right. What about the love you got for that pale beast that you can't never get up under? What about that? That's right. What about the justice for your people, man? Oh, God. Come on, man. Please.
Arrest for contempt of cop may stem from a type of occupational arrogance.
I'm the policeman.
When a police officer thinks his or her authority cannot or should not be challenged or even questioned.
Yes, master. You know, master. Yes, master. Okay, master. They monsters. They monsters. When they're the ones that's supposed to be given the understanding that because they have authority over the person, that they are to be held to a higher standard. But instead, you held to a standard that's beyond the measure. You held to a standard that you can't even question the injustice that's being done to you. We got to get away from them. The Lord gonna take us up out of this place. But now's the time to get ready to get away from them.
Yeah, right.
Now's the time you're gonna see an explosion of black businesses. You know why?
Right.
You're gonna see this explosion of black businesses because you are going back to the days when you could not participate in white America.
That's right.
You don't think you are, because you think America's beyond that. And rich Negroes gonna come on TV and say, well, I don't prescribe to those racist attitudes that the Hebrew Israelites are with, because we all got to live in this country together and be family and this and that. Of course, nigga, you saying that because you got a $10 million mansion.
Right.
So you, of course, got to say that.
Right.
You don't want to lose your mansion. You sure don't want to get master upset. And you sure don't want no the pot being stirred. But when you hear them talk, ignore them fools.
Damn right.
Because guess what? Whitey coming for them too.
That's right.
They come. Michael Vick was the perfect example of that. The white man fighting dogs and fighting the horses. Got Negroes fighting in the damn MMA, halfway killing each other in the MMA. But meanwhile, Michael Vick fight dogs and they give him 5 years in jail or suspension. Did he do time? He did time in jail for the dog fight. You understand? Because that's how they think about us. Wake up, man. Wake up. Go ahead, Op.
Contempt of cop situations are exacerbated if other officers witness the alleged contemptuous behavior by a citizen. Charges such as disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, or of course in this case, fleeing from police, can mostly be attributed to contempt of cop.
So you run, he hates you more.
Right.
He hates that he got to chase you. And show you how evil the white man is. Just let me show you how brainwashing works. Because I'm becoming an expert at brainwashing. I'm going to tell you something. You want to understand brainwashing? You read them scriptures. And compare what you read in them scriptures to this world that you live in, and you will become an expert at brainwashing. I'm going to show you something about brainwashing. Everybody, every one of y'all out there listening to this show, and the brothers and sisters in the room, you have seen at least one cop show where a cop chased down a suspect, grabbed the suspect and said, what the hell you running from me for? What the hell you running for? Haven't you seen that? That's on purpose. You know why that's on purpose? That was to brainwash you and to condition you that that cop beating you for running is normal. It's what you should be expecting. And so, of course, what do you think the cop does when he sees it? He sees it and he believes this is his behavior. Even though it's a movie, he still gets brainwashed into thinking, this is how I should be. And then Muhammad brought up a good point. He said, it's exacerbated when other officers witness it. Meaning this, if another officer witnessed your so-called disrespect to that officer is put in a position like he's being punked. And he can't be punked in front of the other officer. Right or wrong? That's brainwashing. That's how you brainwash cops to be animals.
Right.
And that's what they do. And they turn it on TV. All the shows you love. Law and Order. All of them shows. Dirty Harry. Yeah, that's a good one. That Dirty Harry was the good one. Every white man want to be a Dirty Harry. They sold more 44 Magnums when that came out, brother, than any other gun. White people couldn't even shoot the gun. The gun, boom, the gun throwing it back off the damn porch. But they had that Dirty Harry because it was a gun that you killed a Negro with. And listen, and we the only dummies that don't read the tea leaves and understand that they making these shows showing us as the criminals to condition their people. Right. You understand? To condition their people. And Donald Trump, with just a few words in a presidential campaign, have released white America to totally come against you, man. To totally attack you. To totally harm you. To totally destroy you. And he did it with a few words in his campaign. And brother, now it's being unfolded in front of our eyes.
That's right.
This is the time of the end.
That's right.
All things are coming to its own now. Christ is about to come back, take over these empires, and rule forever and ever and ever. This is that time. This is that biblical time that we've all read about, wondered about, questioned about. It's happening. While all the naysayers is talking like it ain't gonna happen, or it ain't true, the Bible ain't true, this, that. It's unfolding before our eyes. Every single prophecy. And one other thing is unfolding that's amazing and will continue to make. I said this years ago. Did I not say the Hebrew Israelites would be the biggest organization, black radical organization in America?
Right.
Is it not happening before your eyes?
That's right.
And listen, we just coming out the box. Wait till it really get crack-a-lacking up in here, across this country. Wait till the tensions really get exacerbated. Then you're gonna see the nation rise up, and it's rising not because we want to do it, because the Lord is waking the nation up.
Right.
He's waking this nation up through the I.S.U.P.K. because this is that time.
Right.
So now he's giving the prophets what they need to carry this out and to wake brothers. That's why brothers and sisters waking up all over the place in this church. And you're going to see a massive explosion of it. You think this was something. Wait till you see what's going to happen in the very near future. You're going to be shocked. We'll have to have Passovers outside. There won't be a building that'll be able to contain the brothers and sisters that will come together. It'll be as the days of Peter. You understand? So it's coming on. So is that it? We did that one, right? Let me read this scripture. We can take a quick one. Go ahead. What you hope?
We are on Isaiah 31 verse 1.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. And
Whoa, listen, that's deep. Woe, meaning destruction for you if your help is in this white America. That's right. If your help, if your safety, if you look to your survival in receiving the love and charity of white America, you are going to be destroyed because you trust in that. You are the brother that picks up cans on the street and turns them in for a nickel a pot and gets him one meal a day and heads to the shelter is in a better position than you with $10 million mansions that rely on the kindness and love of white America. You are in more danger than that brother right there. Right. You better wake up. Go ahead. You see what they did at LeBron's house, right? Right. Shameful. First of all, I don't even understand nobody with that kind of dough. I got that kind of dough. I'm gonna have 30 Israelites in my house every day. You come over, you get 2 miles near my crib. 4 brothers gonna be like, yeah, can I help you? Yeah. You ain't gonna be nowhere near me. You got the crackers running up, spray painting on your house and all that. Nah, you won't be spray painting on my crib. You roll up in my crib the wrong way, you gonna feel the laugh, okay? How they say you gonna feel the pain, okay? You come in there, I don't even understand what you're talking about. Right, and let me tell you something. And I prayed him because he had some strong words. And big shout out to LeBron for them words that he gave out. Those were some pretty strong words. For a brother in his position with his wealth and power and the pressure he under with the playoffs and all of this, for him to still give up a couple of good words, ease out a few good words that was encouraging to the brothers, which, listen, every wealthy, powerful, and famous black person, when they get up on the stage and they get before Whitey with any matter, what's supposed to be a male or female, what's supposed to be in your mind is what I'm going to say going to hurt my poor black people? You're supposed to be conscious of that. Right. You ain't supposed to say things that hurt your people inside and promote white America. So it was strong of him to give up, that piece of those words. Right. Come on, please.
And you could have burned a cross in Michael Jordan's front yard, and he wouldn't have said nothing.
He wouldn't have said that. You're right. That's a good point. He wouldn't have said nothing. He would have said, well, we were barbecuing. He would have did that. You're right. But that brother gave up a few good words, and that was a good thing for him to do, and it was good for the brothers. It was good for the brothers to see that, and here's what the greater lesson for him is. The greater lesson for him, of course, is that now he should know that I should not feel safe because I'm LeBron James, because millions of white people love me dribbling the basketball. Here's what LeBron should learn, and I pray he do learn. He should learn that them white people that's cheering for him in that stadium, that love him in that stadium, they love him for the fantasy of themselves. Right. They don't love LeBron James. No. They love feeling the feeling as though they are LeBron James.
That's right.
They love the feeling of when they was in high school and every Negro ran up on them and balled them on their court. They get to sit there now, you know what I mean, in the $200 seat and cheer LeBron on like they made it and they with LeBron and they having, and they not the scrawny white man that the niggas ball on all day long in high school. Swing the ball around. They get to feel that feeling. That's what they paying the $200 ticket for. So he should know that this love and cheer and all this is not love for him. Because if it was love for him, it'd be love for every black person. You can't hate every black person and love LeBron James and say it's because you're not racist. You are racist. You love LeBron for a different reason. You understand? Than you love the other ones. Listen, same happens with us. The problem with us is we should learn from the brainwashing. Listen, I grew up watching Telly Savalas, you know, what's the other one? Beretta with the bird.
That's right.
Oh, I used to love that show. He was bad. He was like, you know what I mean, Kojak. They was bad. They had their guns as a kid. You thought they was just Starsky and Hutch. They made them characters, and you was able to imagine yourself as that character. But it don't mean, the problem with us is we imagine ourselves as the character, then we fall in love with white people. White people don't do that. They imagine themselves as the character and still hate the nigga. That's what they do. You understand? And that's why they able to spray paint his house. So that's a good wake up for him to say, you know what? This is a different America I'm living in now. This ain't that America that we thought we had under Obama. But was stewing under Obama, all that bull crap talk. That all that talk for 8 years. All that silly talk, all that nonsense, when really what was happening under the surface, white people were smiling in your face, waiting for the day of revenge. Waiting for the day of revenge. Because what we don't understand is they will never join us. They will never allow us to join them. The problem is we got whores among us that won't allow us to come together and be who we are. Black people got to stop fearing young black men. Black people got to stop fearing black men coming together. Black men got to stop giving a damn what anybody think of them coming together in righteousness. Because together we will be strong. I'm off of that. You want to take a break, Mark? Or you want to keep going? Let me take a quick break. We're going to take a quick break. Come on back. We got one more hour. I got a whole bunch more stories. I want to get it in, man. You live with the U.P.K.
I know what you think.
Like a god over this
Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I kind of lost track myself. But being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
like this. This is what's good.
Hey, I got to know.
You see what you see what they're doing to us? Like, this is, come on, man. This is from the 70s. You see what they're doing to us, man. You watch, now listen, you're a young man coming up in the 70s, you watch that. The white man come to you after that, you ain't got no fight for the white man. Right. You understand? Your whole spirit gone after that. which is the problem in this damn place, man. Lord have mercy, man.
That's it. Go ahead. You commercial.
Good.
I think you want some drinks.
Can I get a cup of ice? One ice and one ginger
Oye, chequete esto. La I.S.U.P.K, Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal, que salimos del 125 Oeste en Harlem, Nueva York, desde 1969, enseñando a los morenos, a los latinos y a los indios nativos, la verdad, concuerdo a la Biblia. Y tenemos un evento en la área de Chicago, en el medio oeste del país, el Midwest. Y entonces lo que va a suceder es para viernes 16 de junio, vamos a estar en la calle State y Washington. Ahí vamos a estar en la calle enseñando la verdad que concuerda a la Biblia. Pero para el día siguiente, que va a ser sábado, día 17 de junio, tenemos una reunión, un barbecue, para que todos los morenos, todos los latinos y todos los indios nativos comparten con sus hermanos de la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Traen su familia, los niños, su esposa, vamos a tener comida, vamos a tener bebida, música. Vamos a disfrutar ese día, compartiendo como se debe. También para el día 18, que es un domingo, hay un lector que vamos a tener localizado en el 1823 de la calle Church en Evanston, Illinois, ¿ok? Y ese evento va a estar súper, pero súper a fuego. Tenemos también el comandante general Yahanna, que va a estar presente. Este weekend va a ser el weekend de fuego, Fire Weekend. Se recuerde, la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Le presentamos esto para nuestros hermanos. Salgan y disfrutan el día 17, el sábado, con sus hermanos, música, comida, compartiendo, bebida. No hay nada menos que eso. Shalom.
Yeah, we back. You know, the scripture says, the Lord shall make a man more precious than fine gold. That I.S.U.P.K, that's fine gold right there. That's a bad brother. Big shout out to that I.S.U.P.K, man. He's fine gold right there, brother. All right, we are back. Let's get for some more of what's going on in the black community. Now, we just got off the presses that Lil Wayne is being sued. Y'all got the story by the chance? You got a gentleman, Lil Wayne, that came up on the radar. He being sued by the white man. Let me tell you something. This is the awakening, brother, right here. Go ahead, Op. Just heavy. Check it out.
Lil Wayne is reportedly being sued for a hate crime against a white security guard.
Now, this is deep now. This is a hate crime for words. Go ahead.
By definition, a hate crime is any offense motivated solely or majorly by prejudice or bias based upon race, gender, creed, or so forth.
Go ahead.
According to a white security guard who alleges that young money mogul Lil Wayne committed one against him, all it takes is being called a white boy to qualify for such a violation.
Dang. You call him a white boy and it's on. You punch him in the mouth and say, you white boy, pow! Hate crime, 20 years. Go ahead. All right, let me tell you something. When they enacted these hate crime laws, they was acting like they was enacting them for black people. But now it's like all the white people using the hate crime law against black people. Once again, you can't win here. You got to, that's why, let me tell you something. That's why black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people, you are so ripe for the kingdom of heaven. Because you the people that don't get no justice. You the people that got to be delivered. You the people that need help from a higher power. You the people that's always being put on the bottom. You ripe for the kingdom of heaven. You the one that should be joining. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, ancestor. That hear this truth and see this truth, you're supposed to be running to join up, man. Because you're getting a shot at building something that no longer gonna have a glass ceiling over your head. You're gonna have a kingdom that you no longer gonna have to worry about some other nation being satisfied with your level of growth and power and expertise, man. Like, it ain't no accident that the white man is traveling to the stars, traveling under the sea, conquering the world, building all type of new technology, and you can't even get off your block for the need to pay your electric bill. Right. You can't get, and even the wealthy among us, you can't even have a mansion in this kingdom without it being spray painted on. Right. You can't even become a rap star without being disrespected by some devil security guard trying to check you or tell you you can't go through some door because he hates you, hates your wealth, hates your swag. So he gonna flex his little white devil security guard self. He know he's a crumb in his own kingdom, so he see you. And this is his opportunity to go back to his poor white friends and say, yeah, man, I had to check Lil Wayne. That's what all this is. Right. You ain't gonna have to do that. You ripe for the kingdom, man. Well, you should put your spirit in it and come back to the Lord. And you are the descendants of Israelite. It's no mistake. Why is it no mistake? Go check all the religions. Check Islam. Check the Kemet world. Check Christianity. Check every religion you can and find out if any of them religions ever found out who you was and told you who you were. Right. They're going to all say they did not. The Kemet people got you worshiping Africa, and they tell you, you ain't no Egyptian. Right. The Muslims got you worshiping the Arabs' God, and they know they ain't Arabs. The Christians got you worshiping the white man's God, and Lord knows we ain't white people. So why is it that none of them was able to tell you who you are? Yet now, in this time, in the end, 2017, all of a sudden, it's an explosion of understanding on who the Lord's chosen. Do you think that's a mistake? Right. That's the Most High, man. Right. Come on. He's opening the door. He's opening your spirit, man, and letting you see you should step in, man, to be his people. And let me tell you, I don't know about you, when I started reading these scriptures and hitting the brothers with the questions and found this stuff out and finally found the full truth. The real story of who we are and how we ended up here and what the hell happened to us to put us in this position. When I found that, let me tell you something, man. I had a sense of safety that I never had before growing up. And I grew up in a rough area, you understand? And knowing that gave me a sense of safety in this, not safety from danger. I always had to be on alert, but a sense of I have now finally got the understanding to not be confused and played by this world no more. Right. I can now not be just another cat caught up, not knowing what the hell I'm doing or what the hell I should be doing and what my goals should be in life. I now knew who I was, who my people are, why we in this position under them, what they're doing to us that we can't see, and what we should be doing so that we can correct the problem. It was a beautiful feeling. It was beautiful. It was amazing. I felt strong and powerful, and I was able to harness that beauty that was given to me in them scripts. I was able to read stories about an ancient world that my people lived in and experienced in, and read how they reacted to certain things, how they dealt with certain things, what their culture was like. And I was able to compare it to today and see the similarities and see the things that was different. And man, it just made it so clear to me, and it made me angry in this respect, because I was able to see how much the other nations had. The East Indians can trace their history back to India, trace their culture, all their food, their clothing, their religion, they can trace their history back, the interactions they had with other nations. Before the I.S.U.P.K came along and showed you these things, you couldn't do those things.
Right.
That's why you ran out there and grabbed on to Egypt, even though you knew you wasn't tied to no African.
Right.
You went and put on the bow tie and joined Islam, even though you knew you wasn't no Arab.
Right.
But you knew you belonged somewhere, so you went and tried to find where you belong. Well, we got the full story now.
Right.
Damn right.
And it's so clear.
Okay.
And we ain't got to compromise no more. It's a beautiful thing.
Right.
It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And brother, we can bet it's ours. I pick up the scriptures now. This is my constitution. Now I understand how white people feel when they talk about the Constitution. Like this, they put this together. They put that Constitution together and built them an empire on that Constitution. I understand how they feel. Now, guess what? We have a Constitution and a history and a record that's holy and great to us. And we can embrace it. It's ours. We have something now where we had nothing before. Here's what we had. We had trying to be an American. We had trying to be part of white America. Now we've got our own. And above all, we got Yahweh backing us up.
That's right.
That's what's most important. Okay, I'm on. So y'all be reading anything? No? Where we going, General?
A California man is suing Weezy after claiming that the New Orleans rap star punched him in the face as he was working security.
Dang.
Right.
Crack. Go ahead.
The man alleges that Lil Wayne's behavior turned aggressive during a BET Awards party. He claims he was tasked with controlling the club's entry.
See, didn't I say that? I knew he was going to. He stopped him at the door. Go ahead.
But was met with a punch in the face.
Right, because Lil Wayne knowing I'm Lil Wayne. You see me, my entourage coming through here. Don't know little $9 an hour white. Like Lil Wayne treated him like niggas get treated. That's how Lil Wayne get it. That's how black people get treated. Brothers have to work in them rich hotels with white people. And them brothers got to work as doormen up under them white people. And you can't stop them white people when they getting up out their car and the valet letting them out their car. Go on, stop them at the door talking about, hold up, sir, we're mopping the floor. They'll punch you in the mouth.
Right.
Them rich devils will get out with their Louis Vuitton bags and bust you upside your head with a bottle of Moet. 1932. Don't think twice about it. You be sipping 32 Moet on the floor. Halfway knocked out. Because they won't give a damn. And you already, the manager already tell you, now you can't stop the customers. Customers are always right, Jimmy, okay? Whatever they need, make sure they have it. And keep them happy. That keeps them coming back. But now this little white boy gonna go and do the reverse on Lil Wayne. And of course, Lil Wayne wanna feel like what he feel when he come on through. He Lil Wayne. He come on through and the white, hold up, little nigga. I'm still a white man. You can't go through the door yet. And Lil Wayne was not having it and knocked his goddamn teeth out, probably. For that. But once again, the greater lesson is this, that you are not part of this kingdom.
Right.
And the poorest little raddest little devil still gets to be a devil over black people. And they done enacted these laws claiming they to protect black people when really they for white people. And white people using them hate crime laws. Them two sisters in Maryland still on trial for pulling that sign down and cursing out Donald Trump. They under hate crime law could go to jail for 20 years. They teenagers under that law. So now all the hate crime laws is really Jim Crow laws. That's what they really are. Hate crime laws now are really Jim Crow laws. Don't disrespect white people when they disrespect you laws. You understand? That's what it is. That it on that? That it on that? Let's move on. Let's hit something else while we got time. Come on with it. What we going to next, General? Whatever you like. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on the playing field. One nation got to be born in here. One nation. All the other nations is coming over here. They piling over here, having a good time eating off of you, man. Every time we go, you call up a real estate agent in Harlem, it's almost always an East Indian.
Right.
Oh, snake eater. Why? Because, of course, they made the deal with SHALAM. I still got a little anger, you brother. Okay? But every time you call up one of them, you looking for some real estate in Harlem, one of them answering the phone. How did it become an explosion of East Indians owning real estate in Harlem? Because he done hooked up with the Clintons. They always been doing business with the Clintons. And now they up there in Harlem running and owning all the real estate up there and getting rich off of Harlem. You understand? Everybody's picking the bones of your dead body. And that's why this is so, let me tell you something about, they're going to make plays about this stuff. It's going to be brilliant. You think them super theaters, what's the name of them? George Lucas and them cats. You think they making great movies. You ain't seen a great movie. Wait till the movies of our lives get written. Wait till these blockbusters come out when our great-great-great-grandchildren come and see it. And they put it up on the big screen. I.S.U.P.K. Philly. Featuring Captain Tower. And how the marauding team, you know, what the name of some of the Magnificent Seven. You know the movies they make. They gonna make movies about us. And it's gonna be right, man. And we're gonna be up in the theater. Yeah, man, get up, y'all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna show all the evil that was done. All the movies they made about Soylent Green, where they had to turn the people into food and all that. They're gonna make stories about us and the struggles we went through, man, and how they poisoned us, man. Give me some more, General, if I could, please.
Trump supporter accused of fatally stabbing a black man following a bus stop argument over politics.
Here go another one. Here go another. Every one of these is not a drug dealer. Some innocent black person losing their life, because white people feel now, and listen, here's the thing, they had so many years of killing us with no repercussions. And that's what they mean when they say make America great. They want to go back to the days where they could fully vent the demonic anger they had over whatever it was. It don't have to even be you. They could be mad because they got a divorce. It don't matter what they angry about. They could be mad because they lost their job. They want to be able to completely vent it on your back. They want to be able to have no restraint. They know how great they was in America when we were in slavery. There was no bridle on them. They could beat a nigga, kill him, chop him up, whatever they did to satisfy their frustration, they was allowed to do. Burn him up, tar and feather him, light him on fire, lynch him from a tree, throw him off a mountain, drown him in a pit. Whatever satisfied their lust of anger and hatred and demonism, they was allowed to do, and they wanted that. And this is what this is. And this is why we serve the Lord. And this is why you see them soldiers out on that street so vehemently trying to wake you up and bring you back home to your Father. Come on, give it to me.
Authorities arrested 38-year-old Philip Wade after he stabbed Pittsburgh native Anthony Johnson multiple times as the two argued at a bus stop that evening.
An argument, he got to die. And they were acting like, oh, we animals. We always killing each other. You step on the toe. These things did happen with us because of our poverty, because of the drug addiction that they poured on us, because of the systematic cutting us off from any education, because of the massive psychological warfare that they did on us, because of the massive biological warfare they did on us with the drug.
That's right.
That's why we did what we did. They do it out of pure hatred.
That's right.
That's why they do it. And they did it. And this brother is dead over this. Go ahead, Doc.
Wade and James got into a war of words over politics and sports on a Tri-Delta Transit bus, which continued after the two men got off the bus. That's when Wade allegedly pulled out a knife and stabbed Johnson several times. A driver who witnessed the attack stopped his car and brandished his gun, demanding that Wade get on the ground until police arrived.
I hope that was a brother. I don't know, but somebody pulled a gat. Somebody pulled a gat. They guns. Somebody pulled a gun out and made him get on the ground till the cops came. Right. After he stabbed this brother to death. to death.
All right.
Give me some more. You got more, General? Go ahead.
Johnson, who was black, also died as a result of injuries he sustained in the attack.
And let me tell you something, man. We black people, white people always talking about stop holding the race card, stop blaming white people for your problems. Slavery is over. Let me tell you something, man. We should be holding slavery up every time these bastards do something to us.
That's right.
The word that shit, damn right. The word. Yeah, I think Gen.Yahanna called me the other night. He said, listen, man, the brothers want to make up some T-shirts for you. And he said, what kind of different T-shirts you want? I said, I only want one T-shirt. He said, which one? I said, I want the True Holocaust T-shirt.
Damn right.
That's all
That's
I
right.
need. He said, all right. I think you had them made too. Not that all the T-shirts ain't wonderful. Make sure they are. But my favorite is the True Holocaust. Next to that is that Never Forget.
Right.
Like we should be charging them. They charge us. And they charge every other nation. Every time they do a crime like this, the words that should come out of our mouth is, after 400 years, still this. The whole record should be put on them, man. And let me tell you something, and the Lord will do it. And let me tell you something. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to embrace the righteousness of what is happening to us.
Right.
Don't be afraid to stand on the side of the victim for what is happening to us. There is a God in heaven, and that power is waiting for your faith so he can move on these nations. And you stand with him, man. You stand with him like them prophets did in the past. They met with great adversity, but they didn't compromise and come off the spirit because of it. They called it how they called it against them nations. David didn't bend or twist, even when Saul turned on David. David still handled them damn heathens just like he was supposed to handle them.
That's right.
And you stand in the right spirit of the Lord. And then here's why it's so important. The white man hear me and say, oh, that Gen.Yahanna, he's a radical. And he's this and he's that. I see the little write-ups and all that. But here's what this rat dog don't understand.
Right.
That when I say the words that you hear me say, I'm only saying them for one important reason. I'm saying them for the brother who is the next victim.
Right.
That is why I'm saying them. I'm saying what I'm saying. Damn right. I'm saying what I'm saying because by nature, I should be afraid to say the things that I say. But I cannot afford to be afraid to say the things I say. You know why? Because there's a brother that is going to get killed if I do not say these things.
That's right.
And for his sake, I cannot be afraid. And for your brother's sake, you had better not be afraid.
Right.
Because you got to say what you got to say to save that brother's life.
That's right.
Even if it puts
That's
yours in danger. It must be done. So that's it. More, General?
That was it on that.
That's it on that. Can we go to something else?
Next one.
We got more on that. We got about 30 minutes. How many more you got, Maya? You got plenty? Give me good. Let's ride this. Because this is amazing. Every story the General done blew out on us tonight. Here's the story. Y'all chime in anytime you want, General Maya, because you brought out a good point earlier. You got to bring that point back up. What was we talking about earlier in the room? It was so important. Oh, it's going to come back to me. You was dropping something smoking in the room about, you remember, right, Jim? It'll come back to me. I meant to remind you then to make sure you bring it out. You understand? Because it was, as usual, you see it really how they coming at us, and it got to be brought out. This is our occupation, man.
Right.
Saving the lives of brothers and sisters, and we got to do it.
Right.
You understand? And me, myself, I done had an amazing life. Like, I done had a life, brother. I done had a life, okay? Salaki. I done had a good run. You hear me? The Most High done cradled me like a baby a long time. So I done had a good run. So, you know what I mean? I ain't got much to lose. But even if I did, even if we do, say what it takes for a brother to wake up. Say what it takes for him to come in and only send him to the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
I cannot certify any place else, but I can certify this house to the UPK, the original I.S.U.P.K. I know they jump up and say, That ain't the original I.S.U.P.K. Gen.Yahanna, nigga, I'm in charge of the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
Now,
That's right.
you think you got an argument against it, you can come on and challenge me if you want to. You understand? If you think you can topple me up here, you don't see these cats I'm sitting up in here with? Who you think you overthrowing? Nigga, please. Nigga, put your socks back on. Please. All right. Where we at? Where we go?
Nugent. I don't hate black people. They just have a skin disease that affects their behavior.
Can you believe this, man? Ted Nugent, the most racist rock star singer who sings bad copies of black music. His music, I don't know if anybody even listens to that rat song. See, that's probably good for running rats out the house. Right, turn his music on, dang, 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 all the rats leave the damn house. Right, all that nonsense he plays is right. He's a racist pig. He was so mad with Obama being in the White House. Listen, we ain't for Obama, but Obama taught us a lesson about the hatred of white America. Boy, oh boy, you Christians. That's why the Christians are so quiet right now. They so quiet. They quiet because what argument could they make? They can't make no argument. We gave them the 8 years that they asked for and got screwed. I mean, screwed. I mean, like, white America went total racist after Obama. Like, we'd have been better off if Obama not got in office, right or wrong? Right. Who's the only one that said that? I.S.U.P.K. They the only ones that said scream to the top of their lungs down there in D.C. I'm still charging them mine for the way they treated my office. The way the black people treated the UPK officers, brother, during the Obama campaign was evil beyond belief. Go look up them old tapes on YouTube. And I'm still charging black people for that. And we was right all along. And now racism done hit the top. And this racist devil here, he done said we got a skin disease now. Now we got a disease. We ain't heard nothing like this since the 1800s. 1800s was the last time they was trying to define us with diseases and ailments to say that's why we the way we are. Go ahead, And if I could, them words out of his mouth is straight out of the Nazi playbook. When them Nazis wanted to round up all the different nations, including us, and kill us off, they had to figure out a way to demonize us, and this was one of the ways they did it. The same way this piece of garbage is doing. And at one time, the Secret Service had to visit him, which once again, white people feel so good in America. I mean, they having a ball. Because this bastard at one time threatened Obama's life. And the Secret Service had to come to his house and talk to him. Like, who the hell you think you are? What you doing threatening the president? And he feel like he can threaten the president. Because who the hell put a nigga, as far as he's concerned, in the White House? So as far as he was concerned, he could threaten him. And once again, they feel free and they can. And it wasn't no hate crime on him. Ain't nobody call him on no hate crime. Go ahead,
He said, there's nothing more anti-American than the freaks that hate me. As the freaks that hate me, as the freaks hate me, I go, man, I really am right all the time. Like, take black people, for example. You've got these people, right? And they're always on about oppression and racial inequality. And they're flat out lying. Because I've never seen a race of people that has so much in common with white folks. And at the same time, hate their guts.
You see that? Like, white people don't have a clue of the oppression we suffer. Like he said, it's all BS. Like, he think it's all the hustle we put out. That we acting like we are suffering under these people. Like, he don't understand it, but he will. You know when he'll understand it? When, just like in that movie Planet of the Apes, when they put the little girl in the cage when they went to bed at night and put the sheet over the cage, that's what they're going to do to him. In Christ's kingdom, we're going to put this nigga in the cage. Put the sheet over him. Get up in the morning. Play, Ted. Play it, Ted. Wow, 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 wow. Ted's going to be playing in a cage for your opposite.
Right.
You understand? And then he going to understand oppression. Then he going to think about what them nations did. That's why the Lord, like any good parent, got to punish these nations. I feel sorry for white America. No, I don't. I'm lying. But white America got a rough day coming.
That's right.
They got a horrible day coming.
Right. That's
Because
right.
the biblical prophecies will come to pass.
Right.
They will come to pass, brother. Go ahead.
African Americans in this country have an urge to blend in with white people.
That's true.
We've had white presidents for 200 years. Now we've even got a half-white president whose other half is black. And we had to do it that way because a full-on, completely black president would have been too much.
Listen, he's not right. He said if it was a full-fledged black man, white people could not have taken it. It would have been too much. We had to get a half-eared thing. We'll show you they monsters, man.
Yes, sir.
They try to say, well, it's because of 200 years of white presidents, meaning it's 200 years of white people being in charge.
Right.
So that's why they can't have it changed, because they know they supposed to be in charge in their mind. Which, once again, if that's the case, how do you change that? Only way to change that is to serve the Lord and separate from that.
That's right.
That's how you change it. That's how you change it. And once again, like we done said, we got the Bible, which has all the answers you could ever want for every geopolitical situation that ever comes up in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. And had they listened to us about what we were saying about the Bible, they would have understood that it was ridiculous to attempt to put an African in the White House as a means to change the racial bias that exists in America.
Right.
If anything, they exacerbated it.
Right.
They made it worse because
right.
they didn't understand what the scriptures had said.
That's right.
If they would have had some intelligence, they would have brought the nation together and moved further away from white America.
Right.
I say this all the time. Go back and read Joseph. Joseph was a genius, and he understood how to protect his people, which made them so great and powerful that the Egyptians sought to destroy us. And because of it, the Lord had to deliver us out of the hands of the Egyptians. If we had the wisdom to use what's in that Bible, we also would become so powerful that white people would be scared to death. But instead, we're trying to serve this guy. You got more, General? You got more,
a
something?
little bit.
Go ahead.
He says, and you or anybody else can hate me all you want for saying this out loud. Ever notice how some of the most hated people today are the ones who are telling the truth straight up without hesitation, like Donald Trump?
You can stop right there. Like that's really what he feels. Like, really? Donald, anybody that's a racist to them is right. And let me tell you something, that's fine with me. Because the more they bring out how they really feel, the more we got no choice but to wake up. Let me tell you something. Damn right. Damn right. Let me tell you something else too. If these white racists coming out, not only do they prove our point, but they do something for us that's even better. They shut the mouths of the Christian church.
That's right.
Because the mouths of the Christian church are touting lies to us and brainwashing to us. And when these white people come all the way out, when they do the Donald Trump and come all the way out, that makes that lie that Christians been shoveling on us for years, that makes that lie stop in its tracks. And that is worth gold to us. And you wonder how we gonna rise as a nation. It's simply a spiritual battle. In that spiritual battle, things like this are happening for a good reason. Like Donald Trump getting in that office and them touting that racist nonsense is forcing us together, and it's shutting the mouth of the Christian church. They look at us like a bunch of ragtag. You look like you a bunch of ragtag cats with braids in your hair. You about to rule the black community.
That's right.
You're not by no power of your own. That's right. Not by no power of your own. But because the Lord going to step in and do just what he's doing now. Shutting the mouths of Christians. Shutting the mouths of the Muslims. And opening the mouths of the Hebrew Israelites to show the real truth of what is happening with our people. It's all spiritual. And it's a beautiful thing. Go ahead, General, please.
Next door.
You done with that? Okay, let's move on from old stinking rat behind Ted Nugent.
Right. Official resigns after using the N-word to describe Flint resident.
Listen, this one here you got to see. Like, once again, once again, Joseph was so wise in that you think white people are going to have mercy on you because you suffering, or because you down, or because you make a complaint against them. They're going to charge you when you make that complaint. You make that complaint, they're going to find a way to say it's your fault. That's what made the Christian church so strong in breaking black men. You want to know how they broke black men in them churches? By telling the black men that they were so wrong for everything. You wrong for having another woman. Right. You wrong for leaving your household. You wrong for leaving your kids. Right. You wrong, blaming you for things that you have to do in many cases to survive this evil place. Let me tell you something. I tell a brother, and I get criticized all the time for this. I tell a brother in a minute, if you in a household with a woman that's out of control and you need to step off from them kids, listen, you don't want to, and it's a painful, sad thing. But brother, it is better you do that than you kill her, go to jail, or do some other horrible thing. It's better that you step out of there. We can no longer, black men and black people in general, but especially black men, you can no longer allow white America and the other nations to make you feel guilty. Right. White people talking about, every time you talk to them, they talking about the crime in the city as though it's black people's fault. When they murdering not only cities, the earth. You know that Trump just spun up more troops. Right. Y'all heard about it? He just spun up troops, I think, in the Philippines. He spun up troops in Afghanistan. They spun up troops in about 3 or 4 new countries. They moving in. All that talk about about America. They about to go to war in about 4 or 5 more countries, man. Right. They getting ready to get it on. And all them I.S.U.P.Kites they locking up in them prisons, they getting ready to offer them citizenship if they go to war, because they know they're going to kill most of them over there fighting some war for these damn heathens. So they be glad, yeah, we give you citizenship and ship you to the other side of the world knowing you ain't never coming back. And if you come back, you're going to have Agent Orange or some other disease, neurological disease, where you're going to be dysfunctional any damn way. So they ain't worried about that. So they're going to give you a play at having that citizenship. Right. This is a monster, man. A monster that is eating us alive. And we are to turn to the Most High and call on I.S.U.P.K and these scriptures to be returned from us. You understand? Go ahead,
Phil Stair, who is white, was recorded making the comment, Flint has the same problems as Detroit. Effing niggas don't pay their bills.
You see that? Like, the white man shut down all the companies in Detroit. Right? He packed up all the companies in Detroit. So you go broke. Right. And because you go broke, you can't pay your bills. Right. Because you can't pay your bills, they shut off the water. Right. They shut off the water, it makes national news, and everybody jumps up and says, oh my God, how could you be so evil to shut the people's water off? So they forced to go into the treasury and open up the water valves in Detroit. And after they open up the water valves, what do they say? You niggas didn't pay your bill. That's why the water got shut off. While they the ones that shut all the companies down in the damn country, man. Right. They the ones that made deals. They politicians who are whores made deals with the East Indians and the Japanese to build their cars overseas. Them Japanese paid them stinking politicians off, and they cut deals for them to build their cars elsewhere and bankrupt the city of Detroit. Right. And starved black people. And then when they couldn't pay their bill, see, you niggas don't pay your damn bills. You don't pay your bills. Now, you want to hear the brainwashing part? Tell you the brainwashing part. Everybody has heard a comedian, a black comedian, make a joke about black people not paying their bills. Have we not?
Good.
You know why? That's on purpose. That's on purpose. To do what? To stigmatize black and Hispanic people as people that don't pay their bills. So when you get accused of not paying your bills, it's common knowledge that black people don't pay their bills. When in fact, that's not true. Right. When in fact, it's white people that don't pay their bills. Damn right. It's white corporations that don't pay billions. Donald Trump said he ain't paid taxes in 20 years. Right. Like, there's white people that don't pay no bills. Right. Like you go down to the bankruptcy court, Negroes in bankruptcy for $50,000. White people in bankruptcy for $50 million. Right. And who the hell ain't paying their goddamn bills? You understand what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. But of course, because of the brainwashing programs, they got black people thinking it's their fault. Black people thinking that they the ones that don't pay their bill. And then show you how evil the white man is. Now, he's talking about Detroit, saying it's the same thing. But he's from Flint, Michigan. These bastards, because they wanted to save money, claiming black people ain't pay the bill, they went and diverted the water that was clean water to lead-infested, filthy sewer water and shipped that into the city because they was going to save money. And then, after they did knowingly poison these black people, what happened, of course? Michael Moore made a movie and made it famous. And because it made famous, they got the spotlight put on them. They got the spotlight put on them. People got fired. Lawsuits was brought in. They had to bring in the military to ship in new water. What did they say? All this happened because you niggas didn't pay your bills.
Right.
That is a white man. And brother, that is the spirit of the devil.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. And that's why being a black Hebrew Israelite is the greatest thing you could ever have.
Right.
Because listen, if you died tomorrow, you lived as a completely free-minded black man today.
Right.
You breathed the air of a clear, free, unafraid black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man today. And you might think that that wasn't worth a lot. But one day of words out of the mouth of a free man is far greater than the life of a Negro slave.
That's right.
So understand that. Can I get a scripture on that? Give me real quick Zephaniah 2 and 1. And then there was another one in my mind, but it slipped me. A lot of slipping me. I got to get back into the swing. I've been gone for a little bit, y'all. Come on with it. Give me Zephaniah 2 and 1. So that's the real spirit that they in, man. They gonna blame us after they divert the water and poison our babies with lead. They're gonna say it's our problem. And they caught him on tape saying, he's more man. You know, that was it. That was it. They caught him on tape, and then they're gonna blame us for it. Brother, if you see the hatred they have for us behind the scenes, and it's gonna spill. We're reading about it now. It's gonna spill into these streets. And watch when it does. Watch what I'm saying. All them old fat black Christian bitches.
Right.
I'm sorry. I know they think I hate women. Y'all don't know I love Christians. Let me tell you something. I love the black women. And let me tell you something. As I get a little bit older, I see the more value in a black woman. Like, she becomes more like fine wine to me. And I look at her now, I see her potential, what I can do with her. Boy, and I think my butter even getting better. Boy, I think my game's getting better. Y'all young cats think y'all might have the hashtags and all that. But let me get that butter on it, man. I got it. I'm gonna get it for you while you hashtagging, brother. I'm gonna drop that butter on her. She gone. You know me, I'm rolling with the general now. SHALAM. You don't get a salute man with me now. No, don't think for it. You know what I'm saying? And I hate a black woman. I love her, but you ones in that church, you so evil. And you don't know you so evil. You're a troglodyte. And you don't even know.
Right.
Nobody told you. You the creature from the Black Lagoon and nobody said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said nothing. Give me some more. Where we at? SHALAM. You know, man. You need an exorcism on them Christian black women, man.
All right.
Go ahead.
We have Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
It's obvious now you not desired, right or wrong, because they showing it to us every day, killing us in the street.
Right.
Before it was the cops just killing us.
Right.
Now everybody want to kill us.
Right.
So it's obviously you the nation not desired. Now you can ignore what the Lord said and be stupid and think you can continue like you continuing and watch the killing rate go up, or you can be wise and follow what the Lord said, even though it don't really jive with the way today's society telling you.
That's right.
But if you do what the Lord said, he know better than you how to do this thing the right way. And if they listen to us 20 years ago, they laughed at us.
Right.
We knew what the hell we were talking about. And now our babies being killed on the street. Our family members being slaughtered, choked to death, stabbed. Remember that white boy went up there and stabbed that homeless brother in New York? Just ran up there. And now, I think one of the stories the brothers got, they finding brothers with their heads missing. Right. Wondering if it's the white man creeping in the city. All of a sudden, ain't no more cameras now. All the cameras they had, cameras everywhere, catching every Negro that steal a piece of bubble gum. Right. Now, all of a sudden, you can't find nobody. Heads coming up missing, people getting shot and stabbed. Nobody know what's going on. And not drug dealers, ordinary people. Right. When that old D.C. sniper came out, was killing white people down there in D.C., they shut America down. That's right. You couldn't even drive nowhere near D.C. without being stopped. Now that black people getting killed, all of a sudden, well, there's no cameras around. We can't catch it on tape. Right. This man is an animal, man. That's right. He's a goddamn beast, man. That's right. That's right. You done fell into the hands of the creatures of Satan. You done helped that boy. Give me some more, General. Oh, I'm sorry. Salaki, finish that. 1 minute? Dang, we out of time. Come on with it.
Yes, sir. Come on, come on.
He's reading it. This one. Go ahead. Go ahead and read.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, and before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Most High come upon you.
Right. Do it why? Before what?
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Let me tell you something. If you an officer, you a trooper. Hell, if you ain't never joined the I.S.U.P.K. and you just watching the videos, you just a couch UPK follower. Right. Listen, now is the time to take up the greatest occupation in the world, which is to become a prophet of the Lord. Because let me explain to you something. Damn right, let me explain to you something. In this last few minutes I got with the general, let me explain something you may not understand. Yeah. Being a prophet now is about to become the best job in the world because it's going to be the only place where answers are really given. And as this time gets worse, people are going to be forced to seek out the answers from the prophets because no one else will have the answers. What you're about to see, once again, this is spiritual that's happening right here. What is in essence happening is that the earth and America is changing in such a way that all of the lies and religions that were of the past are now being revealed to be ineffective. Right. That's why Christians becoming quiet, Muslims becoming quiet, because it is no longer effective, that belief. Why? Because it was never true in the beginning. That's right. It just had never been tested by the racism of the white man. Right. But now that the white man is flexing himself, it is now being seen that these things are no longer useful to us. Right. So now you becoming an officer of the UPK are going to now have answers for people that they never had before. Right. Y'all see me, you see me, I got a little name out, Gen.Yahanna, this, that, and other. I got news for you. The trooper who answers the doorbell is going to be more famous than the top rappers in America.
That's right.
That's how. You want to, don't come in here and just be like, look, be like David. I'll be a doorman in the UPK. That's right. Just let me answer. Just let me be the nigga that say, help. Hey, Shalom, how can I help you? Y'all want to come in the class? Come on in. He going to be famous.
That's right.
Because the prophets are going to be known and valued. And like the Lord said, I shall make you more precious than fine gold. Brothers and sisters, hang on for the Most High. I'm in Chicago next week with the big boy Mount Club. Chicago this weekend coming up. Come on and hang. I.S.U.P.K. I'll see you there next time, y'all, live in the UPK. Shalom.
We still
I put
here.
the bars together with anger and vengeance, praying that the breath of my enemies get extinguished. Niggas rhyme nursery like I'm here in Disney. How can I spit soft when crackers they wanna end me? Trying to take my life, leave my kids without a father. That's why you see me rolling around with that revolver, 6-shooter on me, like I'm in the Wild West. Call them trying to steal them bars. They want the style next, but they can't duplicate ER where they recuperate. Came a long way from moving perks about the Super 8. Hotel, motel, wet-headed wholesale. Now you might see me with fringes all on my coattail, looking like a Hebrew. But I don't beef over the web, just step to me when I see you. Nose triangle on that 50 cal eagle. Not even a main event, it's just a preview. Right before the movie, big budgets and Uzi. Big butted bitches, low 30 up in the Thule. Nigga so groovy, come and check the stilo. I leave, they talking again, it's like I'm Debo. Rap is just a free throw, I got the game sewn. When I'm done, drop the mic, I'm taking mine home, so it won't fall in the hands of fuck niggas. Me, I play the cards I'm dealt, but Trump niggas ball on these haters, they swear I could dunk, nigga. What you want, nigga? Choppers fit nice in the trunk, nigga. A problem over here, you can see me out front, nigga. So jump, nigga. Mean if you froggy, why front, nigga?